Like damn, she in her mood. 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 She lit.
Hey my babies, it's Auntie Trice here with another video for you. If you have not done so, please head on over to all of my other social media platforms and follow me on there. They are going to be listed in the description box up underneath this here video. Click the like button on your way in here. That's a quick and free way to support Auntie's channel and push me through the algorithm. I so greatly appreciate it, my babies. And last but not least, my babies, go ahead and subscribe to Auntie's channel today. You know you want to, and I know you want to, so go ahead and do it. I'm waiting on you. I got my handy dandy phone, and it's time for us to get into the tea for today. Well, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are taking Ray J to court. The mother-daughter duo have filed a defamation lawsuit after Ray J accused them of being involved in racketeering tied to the release of the infamous tape. And he did that going on a live stream with Krishan and talking about this mess. Man, let's look at this. Let's look at this.
Yeah, this federal RICO though on KK and Kris.
I would choose that one.
Ooh, the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy.
What about this?
I'm talking about. I'm on the news every day, like yeah.
This ain't hella good.
Meaning like I'm gonna say a lot of shit, but
got a little bounce. You know, you walking, your shit would be.
if anybody know Kim and cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming.
Okay, right.
The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy.
A birthday.
It's worse than Diddy.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear this nigga, boy?
It's worse than Diddy. The feds are coming to investigate. Yeah, because it's like, I can't be the dirty guy no more.
What you gonna do for the music video?
No headband, but like I work for.
So why are you talking about a case, an open case that's getting ready to happen before it even happens? Why are you doing that? Why are you fucking it up for everybody? Why are you running your mouth? This is what I want to know. If is Ray J okay? Ray J, are you all right? He has been running amok since Diddy got locked up. I don't know what happened, but something really just broke in Ray J, and this man has been losing his mind ever since. I really think he's going through a mental breakdown, and I think it's because of all that shit you've been going through, boy. All that shit you done to people too, boy. Because whether you know it or not, those are two rats sitting in the room together talking about some rat shit. That's crazy. Krishan's just sitting there vibing with him while he telling on himself, while he telling on everybody else too, because she used to telling on herself and telling on everybody else too with her little informant ass. The rat coming out of her, she shaking her head and got the jewels all on her neck, got them chains all on her neck, sounding like, oh, a hardware store. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ray J, you need to go somewhere and lay down. You need to go and relax your mind. I told you doing too much. You flipping out over here. And I don't understand why. I really don't. That young man is really crashing out for real. And we don't know these people in real life, and we don't know what they are going through behind closed doors, and we don't know what Ray J has witnessed or what he has endured. We don't know what he really has been going through. But he crashing out for real. Get you some sleep, Ray J, immediately. But this is why they suing your ass. It's evidence right here in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Right here. Can't save somebody who don't want to be saved. And I'm pretty sure them lawyers told you to keep your mouth shut. But you can't do that, can you? Because you just like attention. Attention-seeking whore. That's what you are. That's what you are. Oh, my God. Well, that's a lawsuit against you. You have been talking about a RICO. That's a lawsuit against you. You're going to be paying them with them having to pay stuff out if they get hit with a RICO. You going to be owing them some money in the process. That's crazy. Shut up. Well, that's all I got to talk about for that. Let's move on to our next story. Okay, next on the docket, y'all. Portia Williams' ex-husband, Simon Gubadia, has pulled his sponsorship of her Nigerian residency, but she says she's unbothered and already has new offers on the table. Well, she posted to her IG story, "I'm an American, silly Simon. I can go anywhere I want. How about you?" She's so petty. And to throw salt on the wound, Portia has revealed she already has 16 offers for a Nigerian passport and sponsors line up already. That's crazy. But I knew she didn't want that man though. I knew this was all about the money. And once she found out that he was a scammer and he ain't really had no money like that for real, she jetted. I'm for real. That's crazy. Portia, you a cold girl.
What we not about to sit here and do is rewrite history from some shit that happened 48 hours ago. Nicki came online after Cardi numbers got released for her album because Cardi been baiting and shading her all track and week, and came on here with a good kiki because she kept saying she was going to outsell Nicki Minaj. Y'all can debate amongst yourselves if y'all feel like that's what the space was about, Glorilla and Lotto and the other girls. If she was going to outsell, she can easily outsell 70,000. She could easily outsell 50,000. She can easily outsell 76,000. That was Megan's numbers. We knew she was going to do at least 100K. The goal was Nicki Minaj. I digress. Nicki came online with a good kiki about the album sales. You said you was going to outsell me. You've been shading me and baiting me all week. I'm here. This is funny. They're going back and forth. Nicki calling Cardi ugly, saying she can't rap. Cardi brought up her brother and her husband and her son. Talked about her scrambled eggs because of drugs, allegedly. Nicki then starts to talk.
So the debate between Nicki Minaj's supporters and her rival fans heats up over who really started the feud. And this is just downright ridiculous and stupid. This is actually between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. This has nothing to do with people who support them. The supporters of Nicki Minaj and Cardi B should not be going at each other. But to be technical, Nicki Minaj actually started the feud. Nicki Minaj started this war between her and Cardi B. But Cardi B actually started this battle, just started this thing back up. And I think it's over to promote this damn album. She wanted to promote her album, Am I the Drama? Yes, you are. Y'all are taking this way too far. And you fans who are actually beefing with each other because Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are beefing are stupid. And I want y'all to stay out of this shit. That's ridiculous. Let them girls do what they doing. This is all for album sales and promotion, people. All for album sales and promotion. For sympathy and payola. In my Nicki Minaj voice.
From some
Nicki Minaj, beef, Lord Jesus. I like both of these artists. I don't consider myself Barty Gang, and I do not consider myself a Barb. They both have music that I indeed do like. Now, I'm going to start with Nicki.
I feel like Nicki Minaj hate competition. She hate competition because she was number one for a long time with no competition. And I'm going to be real. When it comes to execution, the lyrics, Nicki got that. But Cardi B, she's actually a good rapper and entertainer as well. And one thing that I feel Nicki Minaj don't like is how the fans are standing behind Cardi. Like, I'm pretty sure she's so shocked that so many fans are standing behind Cardi, because let's be real, Cardi got numbers. Cardi got money. Cardi got success. So the same fans and supporters that buy your album and support you, they're a fan of Cardi too. Some people don't have to pick and choose either or. Me, I'm not picking, either or.
And I 100% agree with this young lady right here. I am not a part of the Barbs. I am not a part of the Barty Gang. I'm not a part of none of that. Y'all see how similar that is? Because those two mirror each other. That's why they can't get along, because they mirror each other. Both of them are trash. And I'm just going to say that. And I am very unbiased. I'm not a fan of neither one of these people. When they make cute little bops, I listen to it and I go on about my day. That's it. That's all. I am not a fan of either one of these people. Okay? They are both trash. What really killed me is when y'all start bringing each other's kids into it. Kids should never be brought into y'all petty ass beef, because yes, that is a petty ass beef that Nicki Minaj and Cardi got going on. Two grown ass women with children. Y'all got stuff going on for real. Y'all don't got time to be doing this. Like, you really woke up and really thought this was a good idea to do today. Like, really just start shit with each other and just call each other names and degrade each other's children. Y'all children gotta grow up one day and realize that my mothers were beefing on the internet with each other and calling me Papa Perk and all type of things, saying I'm gonna get kicked in my ugly gums. Them kids gonna grow up and see that. I don't think y'all realize things like that when y'all do things like that. Overly emotional ass creatures. You doing too much. That's sad. You got children. And Nicki, you are a woman in your 40s. Even though you didn't even start talking about Cardi's children first. Cardi started talking about your kids and stuff like that first. You went to hell with it. You shouldn't have done that. You should have been like an older person and been like, you know what, you doing too much, Cardi. I'll slap your ass in real life. You sitting over here talking about my kids, but you know you pregnant and you're hormonal right now. I'm gonna let you slide. But you tread light, bitch. You could have just said it like that. But you literally took it to hell with that lady. And you continue to take it to hell, and you continue to drag other people in it, including Rock Nation. We know that you still mad with Rock Nation. We know all of this. That's crazy. Nicki Minaj went on another 72-hour rant over Cardi B. And she started throwing everybody in it. Don't worry, babies. Y'all gonna see all these videos. Auntie got the story. Auntie got the proof. Auntie got all of it. It's just so much to dive into. I just was not expecting Cardi B and Nicki Minaj to pop off like this. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I don't think nobody was expecting that. It just happened. But we just know that both of y'all are trash and y'all are too old to be doing each other like this. You need to grow the fuck up and make an album together, make a song together. Go do that. Be creative together. Stop being each other's enemy and actually help each other. Stupid. Have you ever thought about that? I don't think you have. You're too busy trying to fight each other and be at war with each other all the time instead of uniting and being together in sisterhood. That's crazy. But to the fans of Nicki Minaj and to the fans of Cardi B, stand down. This has nothing to do with you. This is their beef. Stand down, okay? What they eat don't make y'all shit. You should not be upset with each other and other people that you don't know over the sake of Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. You should not be doing that. You should not be investing that much energy in these people. Let it go. Let it go today, okay? Let's move on. Next on the docket, Candace Owens is still going hard for her friend Charlie Kirk. She alleges that there is footage and an alleged eyewitness account suggests a woman may have allegedly been with Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter. Candace alleges the FBI has not released the information and questions why key evidence is being withheld from the public. Let's listen to Candace, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Well, we came across something more solid. We reviewed the footage that Shayna brought her. Of course, we downloaded everything, but hadn't actually reviewed it. Had wiped from the internet. And yeah, the proof is in the pudding, and I'm going to let you hear it. Now, to set this up, you will recall that Shayna and his close friends that nobody knows, apparently, they were retracing the footsteps of the killer. They were at his grandma's house, he said. And he's speaking on camera with his aunt to set this footage up for you. And sure enough, you're going to hear right in the beginning, his aunt is going to mention that there was a woman who was helping the shooter. And she's not sure whether or not that person was an accomplice. I would say if you're helping the shooter, you were an accomplice, but somehow we all missed this in this actual clip that Shayna had posted and has since been wiped from the internet. Take a listen.
If you time how long it took him to get from that little part over to here, was way longer than it should have been. So I wondered if the girl had given him stuff, like if there is an accomplice. Sorry, you're filming.
And it said right here, that picture from Sam's across the street, he was right here.
Yep.
So you see, she's talking about the shooter, and she says, I was wondering if the girl had given him stuff, and then somebody off camera says, you know, you're filming, and she says, I'm sorry that you're filming, but it's very clear. There's no question at all. In fact, leading into that, which we should have maybe cut that a little bit earlier, they're speaking about how she thought the FBI had it wrong. The timing didn't make sense to her. And that's what she's starting with. The timing doesn't make sense to me because I thought that it took a little longer for him to walk. Let's play that again, Skylar, just so they can hear it again. She says that there's a girl. Take a listen.
If you time how long it took him to get from that little part over to here, was way longer than it should have been. So I wondered if the girl had given him stuff, like if there is an accomplice. Sorry, you're filming.
And it said right here, that picture from Sam's across the street, he was right here.
Yep.
So just to be clear, those subtitles are wrong. It's just that's AI. She's saying, I wondered if there is an accomplice. Okay. I wondered if there is an accomplice, which we should edit that, Kris, when we re-release that. And then somebody says something, and she's like, sorry, I didn't realize you were filming. Okay. So we have the woman who was my source who said that the FBI cut the footage and she was certain of it. And now we have actually the woman who handed over her footage to the FBI saying, I wondered if that woman was an accomplice. Ladies and gentlemen, what the heck is going on? Who was the woman that was with the alleged shooter? Why wouldn't the FBI immediately release that? Now, again, you should recall that the very next morning, on September the 11th, TMZ already had the doorbell cam footage, okay? So that means that the FBI already had the footage, right? They would have seen that there was a woman with the shooter, and yet they chose during this manhunt, during this 33-hour manhunt, not to inform the public that they were also looking for a woman who this lady believes she wondered whether or not she would have been an accomplice. If that was his accomplice. What happened to this lady? Who is the girl, the woman that was in this footage, guys? I don't know. What are your ideas here? Why would the FBI not tell us something so evidently crucial to this story? That we have a woman that's involved. What does she look like? How old is she? I obviously did the sensible thing, right? I reached out to Phil Lyman.
So as I've stated in previous videos, Candace Owens is going hard for her friend and she wants the truth to be revealed. Like I said in previous videos, I don't like Candace Owens and I am not a fan of Miss Owens. And when I looked up Charlie Kirk and seeing who he was, I'm not a fan of that motherfucker either, okay? But he didn't deserve to die because of what he was saying and how he was speaking out about certain things and about his feelings and about his beliefs. Y'all didn't have the reason to take him out over that. That's just stupid, just senseless. But you know, people get taken out for less. People get taken out for less. But the questions that Candace Owens is asking are very critical and they are very, very, very important. Because why didn't the FBI release this information that she so happened to get? And she has released it to the public because I know the FBI had it first. So why didn't they release this information to the public and said that they were looking for a woman who was accompanying that killer? Where is she? What's her name? What does she look like? Where does she live? Is she the killer's girlfriend? And was she accompanying him? You know, she was accompanying him, so she is an accomplice. Allegedly. She was accompanying him. And what was she doing it for? Did she know that she was accompanying him to do a murder? Like, did she know she was a part of a plot? Was she helping him with a plot? And if she was, she needs to go down too as his accomplice. So FBI, do your job. Why haven't you been getting on your job and releasing certain information like this? You want to know why? Because this was an inside job. Charlie Kirk's own people killed him. This was an inside job. I really believe higher government officials hired this young man to kill Charlie Kirk. This is how they always do. They did it with JFK. They did it with Malcolm X. They did it with Martin Luther King. They did it. They did that. They sent their own people after them and paid, these assassins off, paid their families off to get rid of these important public figures. And Charlie Kirk ain't no different. His own team got rid of him. That's why the FBI ain't even working as hard as they can to release certain information, or they're working as hard as they can to conceal certain information because they don't want it to be known that it was them, the government, the people that you're trusting in, the people that we're trusting in over this United States. It was their own government that had him taken out. That's why the FBI ain't even really working hard to release certain information. We still haven't gotten this information out yet. We still haven't received this information. Candace Owens is the one that is staying on the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, all them people necks. She's staying on their necks because she wants to know what happened to her friend, because none of this adds up. None of it seems right. We know what the fuck going on for real. We're not stupid, okay? And Candace, I'm just going to tell you one more time, you need to be careful. Because if these people don't give a damn about taking out Charlie Kirk, they don't give a damn about taking your ass out either. And you got a child, you got a baby, and you got a husband. You need to really think about that, okay? That's it. That's all. Let's move on. Next on the docket, we got Diddy's lawyers blasting prosecutors for seeking 11 years in prison. Says government is using rejected evidence to push a harsh term. File response ahead of his sentencing tomorrow. Let's get into this story, guys. Diddy's legal team is firing back after federal prosecutors asked for an 11-year sentence. Yes, they did. Off of the evidence that they were allowed to use and they convicted Diddy of. They're trying to sentence this man to 11 years imprisonment when you know damn well that ain't how that's supposed to go. That ain't how that's supposed to go. With what y'all sentenced Diddy with, 11 years ain't how that's supposed to go. But let's keep going. In new court filings, his lawyers say the government is going to extreme lengths to justify a draconian punishment, accusing them of bringing up witnesses and evidence that the jury already rejected. They argue that the only conviction on the table is transporting consenting adults across state lines for sex and nothing more. His attorneys say prosecutors are trying to paint the case like it's a rape trial when he was never charged with sexual assault. Do you think the judge should consider the allegations the jury tossed out or only sentence him strictly on what he was convicted of? Let me give you my answer. So first of all, before I get into my answer, guys, I just want to let you guys know that I am not a fan of Diddy. My answer that I am about to say is not a reflection of how big of a fan I am towards Diddy. I am not a fan of Diddy, okay? I think Diddy should be going to jail for all the heinous shit that he has done in the past. Diddy has tried to get people set up to be murdered, and he has pow-powed people in the face, okay? All right? I done talked about this previously already, y'all. Ain't following Auntie, you need to go look at her videos. Follow Auntie. I already been talking about this already. Diddy need to be in jail over stuff that he had already done in the past, how he has been sucking these artists dry, and how he done hired hit men to kill people, and he done pop-out people in the face and had other people taking his crimes for him. Okay, he should have been in prison a long time ago for this shit here, not for the prostitution shit. The prostitution shit is the least of Diddy's troubles, but he should not be getting no 11 years for paying adults to fuck him. That's not what he should be getting. He should only be getting a good 2 to 5. That's what he should be looking at. 3 to 5. That's what, to be honest with you, that's what Diddy should be looking at. 3 to 5, not no damn 11 years. That judge is biased, and he gave Diddy that time over that videotape of Cassie, and he shouldn't have been allowed to do that, seeing as that evidence was thrown out of the courtroom. That evidence was thrown out and was not allowed to be used in the courtroom. So how in the hell the judge was allowed to use such evidence to sentence Diddy to this type of sentence is beyond me, and it's unfair, and it's not right, and it's highly illegal. So Diddy's team does need to appeal all this shit. Now, I am not for Diddy, guys. I am just for what's right and what's wrong. Diddy was convicted of soliciting sex, and he was convicted of taking those prostitutes across state lines and having sex with them. That's what he was convicted of. He was convicted of buying prostitutes. He was not convicted of rape. He was not convicted of assault. He was not convicted of all the crazy things that have been alleged against him in the past. He wasn't convicted of that. He was convicted of buying prostitutes whom were alleged to be consenting adults. He took consenting adults across state lines, paid them for their services, and he sent them about their merry way. Okay? That's what he was convicted of. So give that man his time based on what he was convicted of, not based on what you feel that he needs to get because of all the things that you have heard of him in the past, or because of all the things that you have known him to do in the past. You don't need to be using your feelings and your emotions to convict this man. Convict this man based on the legal system, based on the evidence that was provided. That's it. That's all. That judge also needs to be debenched and debarred. He don't need to have his position no more because he's not using his rational thinking. He's using emotions, and I don't like that. And we gonna have to also talk about the uncomfortable situation what they are doing to our great brother R. Kelly. Yes, I understand that he had did some horrible things. Y'all are gonna get mad with Auntie when she say this. R. Kelly did some horrible things. Yes, he did. He should have been prosecuted a long time ago for the things that he had done, but they were letting that stuff go on, and they were even providing the girls to him, okay? The parents and some of the executives behind everything that R. Kelly was doing, they need to go down too, but you see, they ain't went down yet. So we also know that this has nothing to do about what R. Kelly was doing to those girls. It has nothing to do about what he was doing to those children. It had something to do about money, because look at R. Kelly's charges. R. Kelly was charged on RICO and racketeering. He wasn't even charged on what he had allegedly done to those women. He wasn't charged on none of that. He was charged on RICO and racketeering. They wanted that man's money, and they want that man's catalog. That's why they are doing him the way that they are doing him, because allegedly R. Kelly's catalog is worth $1 billion. Oh, I got some stuff from Corey Holcomb. I'm gonna play some stuff from him, and I'm gonna let him tell you that, because they doing him wrong too in this legal system. I told y'all this stuff wasn't built for us. This is not a system that was meant for us, and it's gonna be our downfall. It's gonna work against us every single time. Now, before I go, I am going to say this again. I am not for Diddy, and I am not for R. Kelly. They are not in my prayers whatsoever. I am not for these men. They have done some nasty things to people, and they deserve jail time. Yes, they do, but they don't deserve the amount of jail time that they are getting. And we can clearly see that the reason why y'all are putting these young black men in jail, well, these old black men in jail, these old black millionaires and billionaires in jail, you're trying to rob them of their assets. You're trying to take them out of everything that they have. You trying to leave them for dust, leave them for dead. That's what you're doing. And we see it clearly. This ain't about no justice. This is about money. This is about greed. And we don't like it. Yeah, we don't like that. We don't like how y'all treating people around here, but I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. This is a word of caution to all of my artists out there, to anybody out there that's trying to be in R&B, who's trying to be a musician, who's trying to be an actor, who's trying to be anything, a part of the orange juice community. And y'all know what I mean when I say the orange juice community. Y'all are trying to get into an industry that they built, okay, that they created. And they created the industry to get rich off of you, okay? They need you to stay rich. They need you to sustain their life. They need you for that. So this is what I'm going to need us black folks to do. I'm going to need us to take our talents and keep them with ourselves, and we can build our own communities for ourselves. We can build our own agencies. We can build our own Hollywood. It's not like we haven't done it before, guys. We have built dynasties. We have built kingdoms. Hell, we built countries. So you don't think we can get our own entertainment industry for ourselves and keep it going and sustaining within us? Y'all don't think we can do that? Oh, I think we can. You just a little bit of lazy and a little bit of procrastination on our part. But I think we can do that. I really think we can just start all over and just make it about us. Point blank, period. I've been pushing that for the longest. We need to start our own everything. We need to start building our own homes, building our own cars, running our own hospitals, running our own police stations. We need to start doing things like that. We don't need the others' help. We never did. They need us. Okay? Point blank, period. That's all I got to talk to y'all about for today. I got the Corey Holcomb video coming up right after this, okay? So y'all just continue to watch it and stay with me, okay? I love y'all. That's all that Auntie got to talk to y'all about for today. I got some more coming for you later on. You know how I do. Stay with me, my babies, as we grow this channel, okay? I'll see y'all next time. Y'all be safe out here. I love you. Bye.
Right, the elephant in the room. I played those phone calls from the brother R. Kelly, and I feel good about letting my man get a chance to speak his mind and say what he have to say, because when I heard him speak and talk about things, I was like, yo, this is something that the people need to hear. I mean, most people have an open mind about it, but some people say what they want to say. But listen to me. We are in trouble as black people in America, as we have been since they kidnapped us and brought us out here. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. A lot of people had a misconception about what R. Kelly was in jail for. A lot of people thought R. Kelly was in jail because of some shit that had to do with, they caught him with this young girl or something. No, that's not what it was. Listen to what I'm telling you in America. This is why I wanted to talk to my brother, because, I mean, first of all, when you locked up on some bogus shit, that make the time go even slower. I believe there's a lot of motherfuckers who might be sitting down like, man, damn, I got caught. Listen to this. They have some laws that are flat out bogus in this world that work for who they want it to work for and go against the people they don't want it to work for. In other words, what I'm saying is, if you black and you are in the custody of the United States of America, because a lot of y'all still think you free and everything. You ain't free. Everything you do on the phone, everything you do in front of a TV, all that stuff is being watched and being recorded. That's why it ain't no more antennas like that. When you watching your TV at home, them people, and if you know what things are, you know what I'm talking about. Them people can look at you. What happened to that brother R. Kelly is bogus as hell. They don't have no evidence of this man doing the shit that a lot of us thought they had him arrested for. He's not in jail for that shit you think you know about. He in jail because crooked motherfuckers sent the bitches he was fucking with off, used them as witnesses against him to lock him up for this shit called racketeering. If you know anything about this law is the motherfucking, we have created a law basically, but we can lock people up and justify it for whatever the fuck we want to lock people up and justify it for. If you walking up and down the street with your kids, they could grab you, put this law on you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. If you know what this law is, a lot of people don't know what this law is. I'm not here to justify nothing about what anybody did with their dick, because I'm here to tell you, if the world knew what I did with my dick, some people would hate me, but some people would make a Corey Holcomb trophy. What I done did out here, coming from the motherfucking dirt, the people who I done had the opportunity to be with and all like that, nigga, y'all will be proud of me. If they, look, when I took the call from the good brother R. Kelly, where you gotta press 5 if you accept this call, we already know the call was recorded. They probably gonna be recording my phone forever now, because I took a call from my good brother R. Kelly, but I did what I had to do because I don't like when people get railroaded in jail. He gave an address. We're going to post this address again. And when y'all write to the Department of Justice, the people who will, and I hope it's a lot of you who will, you need to make sure you express the concerns of being an American citizen where you have laws that lock us up for nothing. And this is all an extortion to get that brother catalog. The music industry, man, for us, man, it's the way we make our big money. You know, when you are a famous music person, whether it be rap or whatever, this is how we get our money. But listen to me, man. If your catalog is worth something, something gonna happen to you. And you can do the research. I was talking to my homeboy today, Officer Ballenter, about Sam Cooke. I didn't know all that stuff went down with Sam Cooke. I didn't know that. I mean, like, I don't have time to go into the details, but it was bogus. If you in the music industry, all kind of shit happened to you. My brother R. Kelly, I'm glad you alive. They killed Michael, they killed Prince, Whitney Houston, you and Mariah, y'all got catalogs that's worth something. They want it. I believe that's why my brother in jail. So I hope as we write to the Department of Justice or whoever we need to try to send these concerns to, y'all make sure y'all let them know. Because the case file is open, as he said. It was closed for a while. I don't want to say it wrong, but we're going to give you that information where you can look up the case and see what it is, why this man is in jail, because it's some sucker shit. I heard his catalog is about to come to him now. Like they have it for a while, and then after a certain amount of time, it goes to you. They want that man catalog. It's worth $1 billion, I heard. R. Kelly didn't just write R. Kelly songs.
Oh, we're talking everything he actually, so it contains other artists. You know how many artists he wrote for? Including
Michael Jackson.
So
wrote songs for Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, homie, this is a cold-blooded shakedown because we captured in America and there's nothing we can do. This law that they got is a law where they just get your bitch to be the witness against you. That could happen to me. There's bitches out here that can't stand my black ass because I wouldn't let them do what the fuck they wanted to do. So if they wanted to RICO me, all they got to do is send my phone calls off these pussy-ass phones I got. I got about 4 phones. If they played everything I said, okay, listen to what Corey said to this other bitch. One thing them bitches will say, he already told me that.
or he already said it on his show.
Already said it on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would get me on if they came at me, man, but I'm just saying, man, yo,
Wait, so
it's a cold world.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so in January, the end of January, and that was just what, a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't make a big stink about it, but that was huge that they actually dropped all the sex abuse charges in Cook County, which is in Chicago,
No doubt.
on him. So did that make the rounds?
Surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and seeing things on the blogs and I'm just tired.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh my God. All of them. Got little girls trapped in the basement, helicopters over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing because they're not in my house, handcuffing people, starving people. I have a harem, a cult.
Did that make a big, for some reason?
Well, most people had a perception R. Kelly is in jail because he got caught with some young girls. Listen, there's no evidence of that. They don't have that. I know this about when you a rock star, you could fuck whoever you wanna fuck. I ain't even a rock star, and I fuck the best of the bitches in poverty. I ain't nobody. I'm a fat with some nice glasses on. I'm saying they could get you. Marcus, when you start getting that bread, boy, you lucky you can't make no babies. You ain't got to worry about child support or nothing like that. But I'm saying, man, when them people want you, I'm talking about the music industry.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, shit like this happened to you.
Damn, I showed.
Do you remember when they announced Prince was dead? I was like, well, what they finna say? Because the man eat right, he's highly intelligent. Next thing you know, it's on the news. Oh, Prince was a crackhead.
Oh. Damn. Yeah, I hate that.
When Michael Jackson died, what they say about him?
The fucking them drugs from the doctors.
And they blamed it on the doctor, although he was there. If you watch some of the inside stuff, you'd see. And it gets heavier than that because
Yeah.
he happened to be there, the doctor, yes. But Michael Jackson, he said, he would have took it himself if he wanted to, the drugs that were there. The doctor said, he thought he was actually.
What happened to Whitney Houston and her daughter?
Oof. Yeah, because she would have.
What's the odds of that?
She would have probably been the one next in line to acclaim it.
Right.
She wasn't married to anybody, so.
I'm telling you, man, when you make your money in the music industry, dog, it's a bounty on you. It's a bounty on you, man. And we need to make sure that this Department of Justice know that we are aware of what's happening to all our musical people. We know what it is. Will y'all stop doing us like that? Y'all kidnapped us from our homeland, brought us here, made us build this country, and you telling me we find a way to make some money and now all of a sudden all us dead or got some charges that ain't nothing? Look up this RICO law, man. It's gonna scare the shit out you, man. You can go to jail anytime in this country if your bitch is mad at you and you got money.